Satnam, everybody. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can somebody put in the chat if they can hear me or not? Looks like you can. Okay. So welcome to the live stream for today. And how we're gonna do this is I'm gonna talk a little bit about the mind and the shadow pattern. And then we'll meditate together, and then time for Q&A afterwards. So you can actually type in, if you have a question, you can type it in, and then we'll come back to it. Okay. Okay. So what do we want to talk about here? Is the mind. There it is here. So I just want to talk about the three levels of the mind. So there's the conscious mind, and this is the part of our mind that we're aware of. This is, the chatter that's going on in our heads all the time, and the commentary that's going on as we live our life. And then there's the second level, and the second level is called the subconscious mind. And the subconscious mind lives below the conscious mind. And what it does, let me get this straight here. This is the part of our mind that records all our actions, all our deeds, all of our thoughts. Okay? So when we die, it's actually our subconscious mind that downloads. You hear those stories from people about, that my life passed before my eyes in less than 10 seconds. That's the subconscious mind is dumping. And then it's you that actually judges, well, I handled that spiritual lesson well, or I didn't, and I think I need to come back and learn that again, right? So that's the subconscious mind. And so our subconscious mind, we process through our dream state, mostly if we're unconscious. If we're conscious, we're cleansing our subconscious mind through our meditation, our spiritual practice. And when we don't deal with the subconscious mind, when it's too much and it starts to overflow and we're not processing, even through our dream life, then it gets dumped into the unconscious mind, and that's really difficult to get at, our unconscious mind. So this is where all our phobias are. This is where our neuroses are. This is like driving us, and as a humanity, and not many of us are aware of just how powerful this unconscious mind is. So the Aquarian age is actually making the unconscious conscious, the unconscious conscious. So what we're seeing, out in the world is a reflection of what's going on inside each one of us. And this is what's starting to dump, is this unconscious mind. So you may be feeling this pressure yourself, or you keep attracting the same kind of challenges, the same kind of lessons. It's the same, and it morphs. Okay, well, the lesson came through that person. The person leaves my life, but then the same dynamic pops up in a different form, right? It's like the same lesson, but a different body, right? A different name. So, lucky for us, I don't want to get too deep into this because we'll be here forever, right, talking about the mind. But this is just what you have to know, that sometimes you're being driven through your behavior, driven through addictions, driven through these compulsions that you may have, and they're coming from deep in the unconscious mind, which we all share. We all share this unconscious mind together. And this is where all your ancestral memory lives as well, and that's also being cleansed and purified. So I just want to look at the chart here. So this is the rave chart. So we each have our individual charts. So my programs are all about you studying your own unique chart through different themes and shadow patterns and claiming your gifts and your cities. But the overall humanity, right, has its own chart. So that's what we're looking at today. And this is for I just pulled this up for today. It's the chart for today. So if you know anything about astrology, you can see these little horseshoe symbols, right? You see that 60.2. That's called the South Node. And then the North Node is the other horseshoe. Okay, that's the North Node, and it's in the 56. So what this means is kind of our storyline has changed, and this is going on for they stay in these nodes for they stay in the sign for a year and a half, but they stay in these nodes. Well, I think it's November 2019, so it's well into next year. So what I want to talk about is this 56, this North Node here is the 56. So we've got our unconscious pressuring, right, pressuring us. Then we have the status quo, which is all about repressing it. The unconscious wants us to be authentic. Okay, wants us to be authentic, wants us to realize our true identity as spiritual beings having human experiences, wants us to realize our eternal self in this lifetime. So all this pressure that we're feeling, it's about going inside. And what do we have here? This 56, it's the shadow of distraction, right? So we're going to see distractions, more and more people distracted, more and more distractions coming out, maybe more gadgets and things like that to keep us all distracted. And so the shadow of distraction, right, because this is coming from our DNA, right, it's lifting from our DNA. It's about being addicted to the external world, right, being addicted to the external world and thinking that you're going to get all your fulfillment outside of yourself. You're going to get it outside of yourself in relationships, in your job, your career, or your senses like food and sex and shopping and all these things, right? And it's all it is keeping you away from where you need to go, which is inside. And the Aquarian age is really calling us to go inside. So this shadow is really telling us to stop. Okay? So out of the 64, you see all these numbers, right? They go from 1 to 64 gene keys. Out of all of them, there's 4 of them that are they're called stop codons, and the 56 is one of them. So this is about stopping. And then what's the gift? The gift is enrichment. Enrichment, and when you stop, automatically you're going to be in this gift of enrichment, because it's all about being conscious about what is going to enrich my soul's journey in this lifetime. And maybe a piece of chocolate on what, you know, will be an enrichment of your spiritual enjoyment, right, on this earth plane. But if you're just like unconscious, like a robot, then no, it's just going to be a distraction. So feel that in yourself, right? Feel that in yourself, like, oh, yeah, I can feel this compulsion. I don't like being bored. I remember at one time back in the day that I would like get anxious if I didn't have something to read, right? If I didn't have, when I eat my cereal when I was a kid, I'd have to read the label, or I'd have to read something to go to the bathroom. That's that shadow. It's like, it compels you. It's like, it feels like you can't stop yourself. So that's the shadow of distraction, and I'm sure everybody is feeling it that's listening. So it's just a signal. It's a signal, like, oh, I'm getting panicky, like I really need that thing outside of me. That's the signal to, like, okay, I need to stop, right? I need to go inside. I need to feel what I'm running away from, because the distraction is about distracting you from feeling uncomfortable, right? We don't like to feel uncomfortable. But guess what? We're going to get very, very uncomfortable, all of us, as we enter into the age of Aquarius, because we're evolving. We're evolving and changing. And when you evolve, you get uncomfortable. Anybody that's gone through any kind of transformation in their life, they know this. Like, it is uncomfortable, right? So it's just like, imagine you're the baby, right? And you're being squeezed out of the womb, right? The big womb that we're in right now. You're getting squeezed. It's uncomfortable. But then there's the light at the end of that. Okay? So what I want to do now is to do this powerful Kundalini Yoga meditation, one of my favorite ones. And I remember when I was going through, because there's thousands, right, of meditations, and finding this one was like, oh, this is amazing. And immediately I felt better after I practiced it. Okay? So it's going to feel, it may feel this way for you. It's just to give you more spaciousness, because it's going to unload your unconscious mind, so that moves into the subconscious. So it goes into the subconscious, and then you can deal with it. So meditation cleanses the subconscious mind, but just plain old meditation will not heal your unconscious mind. You need mantra, right, to chant mantra. And this way you heal your unconscious. And so you'll notice maybe tonight you sleep a little bit better, or you feel a little bit better, or you feel more open, right? Less defensive and constrictive. Okay, so just take note of how you feel afterwards. Okay, so we're ready for the meditation? Okay, and we'll tune in with this recording. Okay. So please stay with the meditation. Don't leave, don't leave, don't leave. Have an experience of this, right? Just try it and see what happens. And you're going to feel better. We all want to feel better right now, okay? So there we go. Sadnam. So come sitting up with a straight spine. Now bring your palms together to prepare to tune in. So bring your hands into prayer pose at your heart center. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Inhale to the base of the spine. Exhale. And inhale to tune in. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Inhale deeply. Suspend the breath. Press your palms together and bring your focus to your third eye, the point between your brows. Channel the energy up. And exhale, relax your hands down. So take the left hand and place it over your left ear so that you can't hear any sound coming through the left ear. And with your right arm, you'll have your fingers spread slightly as if you're giving a pledge. And the eyes are focused at the tip of the nose. And as you chant Hum Hum Brahm Hum, you're going to try to use your tongue more than your lips when you're chanting the mantra. And you're actually hearing the sounds that you're projecting out, but you're also listening to the sounds that you're creating. Hum Hum Brahm Hum, Hum Hum Brahm Hum, Hum Hum Brahm Hum, Hum Hum Brahm Hum, Hum Hum Brahm Hum. At the tip of the nose and listening to the sounds that you're chanting as well as hearing them in your own head. Keep the spine straight. Inhale deeply. Hold the posture. And tense all the muscles in the body. Tense, 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 tense. Keep holding the breath. Hold the breath. Tense all the muscles in the body. And exhale through the open mouth. Again, inhale deeply. Suspend the breath. Tense all the muscles in the body. Tense, tense, tense. From the top of your head all the way to the tips of your toes. And cannon fire out. And one last time, inhale deeply. Suspend the breath. Tense all the muscles in the body. Tense, tense, tense. Hold the posture. And cannon fire out. And inhale deeply. And shake your arms and hands. And especially your elbows. Loosen up your elbows. And exhale. And bring your hands down to your knees. And eyes are closed. And just relax for a moment with your eyes closed. Inhale deeply and exhale. Okay, so for the next exercise, you're going to be using the mantra Had Hare Hari Waheguru. Had Hare Hari Waheguru. And you'll be using the tip of your tongue when you're chanting this mantra, and you're using the power of the navel. So this time you're going to take both your hands and cover your ears, and elbows stay up parallel to the ground, and chanting Had Hare Hari Waheguru from the power of your navel. Inhale deeply. Suspend the breath. Tense all the muscles in the body. Tense, 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 tense. And exhale through the open mouth. Again, inhale deeply. Suspend the breath. Tense all the muscles in the body. Tense, tense, tense. And exhale through the open mouth. And one last time, inhale deeply. Suspend the breath. Tense all the muscles in the body. Tense, tense, tense. And cannon fire out. And relax your hands down on your knees and eyes are closed. And just feel yourself for a moment. So now bring your arms out in front and begin to pat the air rapidly as if you were playing drums. And make sure that your whole body participates. And if there's pain in the fingertips, this is the body adjusting. Inhale deeply. Suspend the breath. And exhale and relax the hands down. Inhale. And exhale. And now cover your face with your palms and meditate in absolute stillness. And whoever masters the stillness can receive all the knowledge of the universe. And inhale and reach your arms up over your head, stretching out your spine. And exhale. Again, inhale. And now twist your body to the left and right. And exhale. And inhale. And stretch forward as low as you can go. So the head and the arms stretch along the ground if you can. Inhale deep. And exhale. Okay, inhale deep. And exhale. And there we go. So that was the complete meditation. And Betty had a suggestion. Be helpful if you can give a visual of what the mantra is so that we can see it before we start next time and what it means and the Kriya name. So the Kriya is, it's actually, it's called Unburdening the Unconscious Mind. That's what it's called. But don't get hung up on what it's called and the names. Just have the experience, right? Kundalini Yoga gives you that experience of your awareness expanding, right? So really take note in these this next week is to watch yourself. Like really start to watch yourself. This is what it means to be conscious and awake, is to start to watch your behavior and ask yourself why. Why am I doing this, right? Just a simple thing like that is start to ask yourself why and look at your motivation. Like, what's my true motivation on binging on Netflix right now? Am I running away from some painful feelings I don't want to think about? Because you can't escape. You can't escape yourself, right? So if you don't deal with it on the 3D plane in your life, then it will come up in the dream state. Right, you'll have dreams like nightmares or stress dreams and things like that. And of course, you'll attract it out in the world too. So any questions? I'm still getting used to this this new software for LiveStream, so I want to be improving upon it and using the visuals more. And so any questions? I'll wait for questions. What was coming up this week for irritability? You might have been feeling irritability. I've been feeling that myself and seeing that, observing that with people around me, you know, out and about in the world. Just feeling this irritability, and that's that Mars energy, right? Mars and Pisces. Mars is in Pisces right now. And it's all about, like, you can't escape your emotional self with Mars and Pisces. So just take note. It's like, honor it. Some people, like, it's not spiritual, right, to be angry. It's like you're angry for a reason, but it's your job to explore why. No, I'm not going to put it on the internet, this meditation. These are only for the live streams. Yeah. And they're in this is like a program meditation. Yeah. Okay. Enjoyed this Kriya. Okay. Was that Sedona? Yes. Yes, Betty Man. I lived in Sedona for about 2 years. 2 years? I guess 2 years. Going back and forth to Canada. I didn't know they had Kundalini Yoga teacher training there. There was not. I tried to start a class there, but there was just no energy in Sedona to be teaching in 3D. Yeah. But yeah, that end part was Sedona. Okay. Carol Ritchie says, what's Carol Ritchie says? I'm challenged about making noise when I meditate. I like it, but it seems awkward to not have the privacy or being overheard. Depends where you are, right? Are you on a bus or something? Or the thing with, right, that's the ego worried about being judged by other people. Like, oh, you're some crazy lady there chanting rubbish, right? You're worshiping the devil or whatever your judgments are. But you get over that pretty quick. I remember when I was camping, right? I haven't missed my daily sadhana in probably 17 years, like every single day doing a sadhana. So I've done it everywhere. I've done it in, like, rural, down south, campgrounds, and I'm chanting and doing my sadhana because I'm not going to let anybody stop me do that, right? Depends what's enriching. Let's go back to that shadow. What's enriching your spirit is meditation, right? That's what's enriching your soul. So think of that. Like, what are the things that really help me to connect to my soul, like for you? And it could be just a day of, like, I have something called me day. Mondays are me days. So a me day is I do all the things that nurture me, right? I let go of all my responsibilities and I let everybody know I'm not available for you on Mondays. That's me day. And so that enriches my soul, just to have a day to relax and putter and take care of myself, right? So just ask yourself these questions. Is this really what my soul wants? Is it really to binge on Netflix, or is it to go to a meditation class, or spend time with my dog, or spend time with a friend that I really enjoy, right? Who accepts me for who I am, and right, that's yours to discern. Okay. But of course, if you're on a bus or something in a public place, you don't have to be belting out the mantra like Ethel Merman, but you could be like, you can do lots of things in the public where they don't really understand or will see you as a weird person, Okay. So no more questions? Yeah, I like the silence too and the physicality of it. Okay, so let's, I sing. So Carol, singing and chanting are two different things, right? Chanting is you're vibrating those sounds through your cells, like every cell of your body, right? It's a little bit different than singing, and it's not about ego, right? When you're chanting mantra, although some yoga music is really, like Sanatana has some beautiful songs, and they could be played on the radio, try to do that, but listen, I try to do that, take care of yourself, but call it selfish. So people are going to have their own judgments, right? Especially people that don't take good care of themselves, right? They'll project that onto you, but where it becomes a problem if you start to believe it, right? If you believe it or not. Sometimes you got to just look at when a person is speaking, they're speaking from their own experience, they're speaking from their own hang-ups and things like that. And you'll be amazed when you do shadow work how much projection is coming at us, right, from other people. So, but also go deeper, Lisa, and explore the part of you that judges yourself, right, when you take care of yourself and call yourself selfish, right? This is a negative connotation of that word, right? Self first. We need to take care of ourselves first. Another flip with the shadow of distraction is getting distracted by other people, right? Other people and their judgments of you. Okay. Okay. Tatiana. I did the meditations on anger, and it changed my perception of anger. I see that I can observe it without knowing what it brings. Thank you. Do the ancestors' healing work when I don't know the ancestors? Of course. You don't know them, right, with your conscious mind, but you know them through your DNA because you're connected through your DNA, through your to your ancestors, 7 generations in the past and 7 generations in the future. So you don't know them. So I'll just tell you a little personal story with me. My mother died. When did she pass? It's like over 20 years now. She died young. And I've always wanted to understand, like, why did I choose this mother and the way she was. But anyway, I did my own meditation. Like, I did a Kundalini Yoga meditation, and then I kind of guided myself back through the timeline to find out answers. I had questions of why she was the way she was, and I completely got the whole download of how it happened. And then my brother did some investigation work, and it turns out all the stuff that was coming up in my meditation was true. I had no idea, right? I had no idea the details of my ancestry, my conscious mind, but it's there. So right? And this is all, I'm glad that you're bringing this up, because this meditation heals the ancestors too, right? Because that's our unconscious. All those unconscious memories are coming up to be healed. That's why we're seeing this deja vu, right? Deja bin, all these old stories coming up, especially in the United States with racism and, right, and xenophobia. All that stuff is coming up to be healed. Okay. Fernanda said that was really powerful. Thank you, Satnam. Okay. So the plan is to do this every Thursday. That's my commitment. So at this time, because I looked at my analytics on YouTube, and a lot of people, this time is the best, it seems like, for the people that watch my videos. So hopefully it works for you too, that you can join in, and it will help you move forward in your life and keep evolving and keep growing and keeping yourself centered, right? This is the whole thing. It's like, keep yourself inside and centered so you don't get battered around by life and what's going. There's huge distractions out in the world with the news, huge distractions. And when you start to feel that overwhelm, like I'm getting overwhelmed by life and the world and the news and all the bad things that are happening, that's when you need to turn it off. Turn off the news and go inside, right? And just determine what's going on with me right now and how do I need to attend to myself. Okay? Okay, so let's prepare to close with one long Satnam. Actually, let's do a little prayer, eh? We might as well, since we're all together here. So just close your eyes and sit with a straight spine and lowering your shoulders and relaxing your neck muscles, relaxing your facial muscles. And breathing through the nostrils, breathing deep into the belly and exhaling all the air out. And inhale for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then exhale for 5. And continue. And so breathing deep into the belly and bringing all your awareness to the belly. This is the home of our original self, the belly navel region. And just allow whatever's going on there, if there's tightness there, if there's constriction there, if there's pain there, or if there's openness, just allow whatever is for you, is true for you. And just welcome and become receptive to the light that's coming in for the Aquarian age. So you can imagine it coming through your crown chakra, this divine energy, and then moving through all your chakras, down through the base chakra and down to the center of the earth. And just know with every cell in your body that you only have to be yourself. Right now, that's all it is. All these pressures, all these challenges in your life, it's all about you becoming your authentic self. So all the losses, right, that you've experienced so far, we all have experienced loss. It's about taking away what's not you so that you can be your authentic self for the Aquarian age, so that you can love yourself unconditionally, so that you can just be. Imagine that you don't have to do anything in this lifetime except to be yourself, and you'll be supported. Can you accept that? I just have to be myself. I just have to love myself in this lifetime. And then you change the world just with your frequency. So just feel that. Don't let the mind argue. Just feel that, right? The essence of you. It's in there. You can't escape the essence of you. And now let's send this energy of peace to everybody who's listening right now and who will listen in the future. Just want that peace for everybody. And then let's, as a group, send this energy out to the world, to the planet. The world will change when you change. The world will change when we change. If you're listening to this call, you're on the front line of consciousness. You are on the front line of this consciousness. So just commit to that, just to be yourself, to love yourself no matter what. And inhale deep. Exhale, and bring your palms together and rub them. Feel the heat between your hands. And bring your hands into prayer pose at your heart center as we prepare to close with one long Sat Nam. Truth is my identity. And inhale deeply. Exhale. Inhale to the base of the spine. Exhale. And inhale to close. Sat Nam. Sat Nam, everybody. Take good care. Take good care of yourself.